Live from Julian's basement, it's podcadzo. You give us an hour, and we'll give you the world. The world consisting primarily of YouTube references and Steely Dan trivia.
I just love that podcast.
It's podcadzo.
Sunglasses on.
Very good. You look sharp, dude.
And Bono's on her.
Julian, you look sharp as hell, my brother.
Thanks.
Please avoid doing that into the microphone. I can't believe I have to tell you that after 7 years of podcasting together. Can you believe it's been almost 10 years of
podcadzo? Yeah, I can believe it. I was only 40 when we started this. Now I'm almost 60.
Yeah, you've aged like shit. I said a second ago you look great. I was lying.
I know. That's what you have to tell someone who looks like shit, is that they look good.
Indeed. So,
God damn, my fucking connection's all wonky on my headphones.
oh yeah, is it cutting in and out?
Yeah, the thing has to be like in exactly the right place in order for me to hear.
That sucks. So we usually record an intro after.
Welcome to Podcadzo.
So first off, welcome back to Podcadzo. The official companion podcast of the well-known indie rock band
Kadzo. Feels
Um,
good to be back at it, you know?
Feels good. 2 weeks in a row now, brother.
Yeah,
the
2 weeks in a
Podcadzo
row.
train is back on the rails.
And last week was barely a Podcadzo,
this is
you know?
one of the things I was going to do. Let's throw the Podcadzo logo up on the screen. Yeah. Yeah.
Last week we barely even got to talk about Kadzo at all.
We didn't talk about Kadzo at all. We didn't talk about you two at all. And those are two things we're going to be remedying today.
Yes.
Julian, why won't this move over?
I don't know. You're the tech guy.
This could have been a massive mistake to try to do this live. Abort, abort, abort. You guys get the Kadzo logo on the screen. That's fine.
Yeah, we can change it up from time to time.
So.
Ooh, what kind of liquid death you got there?
Oh, Dr. Death. You ever have these?
No.
Tricep.
Is it an energy drink?
Tricep. It's not an energy drink.
It's just it's a water.
Just tell me what it tastes like to you.
Ooh, that's really good. Like
Does it remind you of anything?
Kind of reminds me of like a couple things.
What's one of them?
Like it kind of reminds me of like a Monster or like a Dr. Pepper.
Bingo.
Dr. Pepper.
Dr. Death.
Oh.
Dr. Pepper.
Oh, okay, I get it now.
It's their Dr. Pepper knockoff.
It tastes like Dr. Pepper at first, but then
yeah,
after like 30 seconds, it tastes like Monster.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty good.
Yeah. I don't drink a lot of soda. When I do drink soda, I go for Dr. Pepper. It's my favorite.
Yeah, Dr. Pepper's delicious.
Someone turned me on to these a couple weeks ago, and I've been hooked.
Nice.
There's no caffeine though, just water.
Yeah, no, you don't need the caffeine.
Sometimes I want the caffeine. I wish they had a caffeinated version available.
Well, they're making Liquid Death energy drinks now,
I saw the
supposedly.
commercial.
So that's...
Have you ever tried the Mountain Dew one? It's like Mountain Don't or something.
No, I don't really drink Liquid Death. I don't really drink anything besides water and Propel.
So funny. Anyways,
It's
back
delicious.
back on the Podcadzo
Propel's
train.
delicious.
Back on the Podcadzo train.
Yeah.
Today we're talking with esteemed guest Conor Sanders.
Yeah, which I'll say this now because he's not here yet. I think that this is dumb that he's here because we have a mission on today's episode. The mission is very singular, right?
I stated the mission 5 days ago.
And we brought him on because we thought he would
was up to
oblige
this
to the
mission.
mission. Yeah. We would have no problem carrying this mission by ourselves.
Mm-mm.
We brought him on because we thought it'd be like a good thing
Throw
to do.
a dog a bone, you know?
Exactly.
Yeah.
But he did not prepare again.
Again, Connor's usually pretty good about
No,
preparing. When did he not prepare?
last time he was on, he also was not prepared because it was our top 10.
Top 10.
And he only had 9.
Listened to 7 albums in
Yeah.
2025. That's right.
Yeah.
But he prepared well with those 7 albums.
He kept trying to blame us for not giving him enough head time, even though we clearly had. The text will prove it.
Yeah.
So
I don't delete. I've learned long ago. I've been friends with Connor for my entire life. I learned long ago you don't erase any texts or get rid of any evidence with that guy.
You got to save it all.
Keep your receipts.
He'll use anything he can against you.
Yep.
All right. Well, that's a pretty good intro, I would say.
Pretty good intro. Really hyping the audience up for Connor
Yes.
on this episode. And I was going to say, we usually record these intros after we
I
do
feel
the
like
episode.
that's something that the people shouldn't know. That kind of ruins the
I
mystique
feel like
of
we,
the
we
intro.
probably state that every time. We definitely have. We've definitely like, we did the interview already, but we're pretending that this is
No,
beforehand.
we've never done that. We're way more professional than that.
Okay, well, this time, this actually is before the interview.
So
So
we
we
don't
don't know
know
how
yet.
it's going to go.
Yeah, it could
Maybe
go
you won't
bad.
even see this interview. Maybe it'll be that bad.
It'll just be the intro.
Short podcadzo this week. The intro was good. We did not want to ditch it.
We did not want to leave this precious gold behind.
And it has been a good intro. I hate to say goodbye, but I figure
What's the point of saying goodbye if we're still waiting for Connor?
Well, Okay, we can keep going.
What have you been up to?
Chilling, living my life.
Nice.
Just doing super dope shit every day.
Being cool, having fun.
Just cool maxing
Cool maxing. Nice.
constantly.
Nice, dude.
I did bike 20 miles today.
20 and you didn't fall?
It was a stationary bike.
I fell twice.
And then I freaking went for a run too. Because
Wow.
I'm in training mode
You
right
just
now.
really think that you are all that, huh? Tough
Well,
guy.
I am doing another marathon.
When?
Coming
Nice. That's coming up.
Colfax Marathon.
It's coming
Yeah, it is
fast.
coming up. So now I'm getting serious
How
about
many
training.
Ks is that?
Like 40K,
Jesus Christ.
26.2 miles.
That's a lot of running/walking. Do you run the whole
Running.
time?
Oh yeah. For a marathon, dude, I'll be running the whole time.
Well, I mean, some people do a little bit of both,
Well,
right?
some people do.
Yeah.
but-
I would be doing mostly walking.
Yeah, but not me.
You think I'm a fat loser, huh?
You the one. You don't you dare put words in my mouth. How dare you?
It's so fun and
Very
easy to...
daftly
It's
and
so fun and easy to
expertly.
do.
You asked me what I was up to. Try to give you an honest answer. You just make me look like the bad guy.
Yeah. You make yourself look like the bad guy
No,
with
I
that
don't.
haircut.
How dare you? What's wrong with my haircut?
You would have done well in
It looks.
a certain someone's heightened service, you know?
Who's Satan?
Sure. Satan, too.
Whose
I was
service
thinking
you're
someone a
talking
bit more German.
about? Oh,
Someone who
you're
you
saying I have
admire their work.
a 1930s era haircut right now.
It could be. It's a little
No,
bit
it's
too
not, dude.
long.
This is a cool dude haircut.
Someone would be like, "You're a fucking hippie if you had
Yeah.
hair that long in the 30s." But
Yeah, my
it's,
hair's long and cool.
it is cool. Are you growing it back out?
I don't know. Not anymore. After the
No, you
grief
should.
I've gotten here.
I've only ever told you I like your long hair. I think you should grow it back out.
You have told me
We
that.
could
You
rock
have
the
been.
dual
very supportive
mullet
about that.
thing. We could both get mullets.
I've stated many times, Julian, I'm not ever going to grow it back into
I know
its
you've
full
said it's
glory.
never gonna
but
be that long
Maybe
again.
it's pretty long right
Why
now. Maybe I'll
never?
grow-
Never is a strong word.
I'm not going through that again.
Because
Not
of
going
the
through.
growing phase?
Yeah.
Sure.
And then I didn't even like it that much when it was that long.
Yeah, you
It was
did.
kind of cool.
You liked it.
I don't know. I didn't like how I looked a lot with it.
And now you think that it's fixed?
I look handsome now.
Yeah, you do look
Most
handsome.
everybody agrees.
Yeah, no, you're a pretty
Except
handsome
you.
fella.
You're the holdout.
I just said you're a handsome fella.
Well, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
You're handsome too.
Oh, man. Thanks.
God.
Okay,
Wow,
now
you're
we can
playing
finish
me
the
like
intro.
a fiddle today. All right.
I wore the U2 shirt because I can't really. I mean, the camera doesn't even really get it that well.
dude,
And I have to like.
when are you
move.
gonna learn that? Here, that's my camera. Here, I'll do this for you.
I'm never gonna learn. That's not your camera. I was going for that camera.
No, I meant the camera we're monitoring here.
I know
See, that's
that.
you in that.
I know, but I was just saying like it wasn't gonna. It's not a good angle. It wasn't gonna be a good angle.
It's fine angle. I have it
I
angled.
wore the U2 shirt today
to point at you.
because
what
we're
other
talking
angle
about
do you want?
U2 today.
It's pointed at you. That's a good angle.
It's just like no, the angle's fine. Sorry, I didn't mean to strike a nerve.
Yeah. I don't have. We don't have 3 cameras here that have bad angles.
Well, no, I'm just because it's like the shirt is like it's low, it's below it's where the mic's
So
at,
it's the
where the
table's
table's at. Yeah, it just wasn't gonna work. It wasn't
Okay,
gonna. It's
well,
not because of the
thank you.
angle. Sorry about
Thanks
my
for
word
clarifying.
choice there. Oh,
and
he's ringing us now.
just in time. It was starting to get heated. So let's jump to the interview.
Yeah, you're red with rage. Bill
What's up, guys?
Gates.
Not much, dude. It's great to see you. It's been 2 months since we last did a podcadzo. How's your
Damn.
2026 starting
Since
off?
you guys last, or since we just
Since we did
I
one
was
with
been
you,
on for
yeah.
one. Yeah.
Have you not been
2026? No, I've been listening. I know. Well, I haven't been totally listening, but I know I've been seeing episodes that have come out. I do have some catching up to do.
We
Damn.
took a long hiatus. We took like 3 or 4 weeks off.
Colin took a hiatus. I was here though. I was ready to go the whole time, but Colin was busy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was
Colin
busy.
was fucking.
I had stuff in normal life and my personal life. It's good stuff.
All right. Whatever. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm Colin. Look at it. I've got all this. I've got all these exciting things happening in my life.
This fucking guy.
Constantly doing super cool shit. My
Mhm.
bad.
My life doesn't revolve around my podcast. My band's podcast.
Out of the 3 of us, you're the only one not wearing sunglasses right now. So I don't think
Yeah.
you're the cool guy.
Yeah.
Just
I
leave that
hope-
there.
As soon as Connor joined, I did have the
Regretted
thought
it?
of going up to my car and grabbing mine.
Well,
real quick,
I had been seeing Julian doing it, and I was like, well, if Julian does it, I'll do it.
it is nice
and
to do
then
the pod without it. I feel more relaxed when I wear sunglasses.
yeah, there's
Yeah,
just
I
something.
kind of ripped the pen right before I got on too. So I was like, you know what?
Same here, brother.
Just put some sunnies on. We don't have to worry about it.
Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah.
Yeah. But you've been good.
Yeah. Pretty. I always have a busy start to the year because I always go to have that sales meeting for work, and then we always go down to this hockey tournament in Anaheim. So
Did I
did
see
that
you
with
guys
Orlando for work.
snatch the title for that too?
We did.
Huge congrats.
Wow.
Yeah, I pulled my. Thank you. I was out for the championship. I pulled my hamstring in the semifinal, and so I've been nursing that for the last couple of weeks,
Ooh.
but it's feeling pretty
better.
good now.
That's
Yeah.
good. Hamstring stuff sucks.
Yeah.
Injured my hamstring before. Not fun.
Yeah,
Not
no,
fun.
it didn't feel good at all. I had a really big. I had like a 6-inch black bruise
Oh.
on my hamstring. Like I never had a bruise like that from internal damage. So, but it's mostly gone now. It feels pretty much almost 100%. I would say, which is good because sometimes those things really linger.
Mm-hmm.
So
Freaking lingerer,
Yeah.
man.
linger. But besides that, pretty chill. Start to the year.
Very
Going to
good.
Hawaii next week.
Oh, hell yeah. Cam was just in Hawaii.
Mhm.
Young Cameron.
Hell yeah, young Cameron.
Cameron. Who are you going to Hawaii with?
My parents. I'm meeting my parents out there, and my sister and her boyfriend.
That's awesome. How long are you
But-
going to be there?
Yeah, a week.
Jeez.
Jealous.
Sounds pretty nice.
Yeah,
I've never been to Hawaii
Yeah.
myself.
Me neither.
kind of crazy. Work's kind of a total shit show right now, and I'm just kind of like leaving. I'll be leaving a little bit of a fire, but it's not a fire that I started, or that it's necessarily my responsibility to put out. So
It sounds like exactly the right time to
Just get out
Yeah,
of it for a
I'm
little
just-
bit.
I'm just gonna kind of not be there, and it'll be
I actually have
interesting.
nothing to do with this.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
I tried to be courteous. I was like, I'll go in March. I can take a week off in March. It's not the busiest time of the year,
Uh-huh.
and it's the kind of a shit show. So, but I got PTO, man. Approved.
Gotta use it.
PTO's been approved.
Yep.
Yeah.
They can't say shit
Wow.
then.
Nope.
Let's go.
Nope. Thanks to Jimmy Hoffa, I got rights.
Thank you, Jimmy Hoffa. I hope one day they
Mhm.
find your body.
Thank you, JFK.
Hey, did they find Jimmy Hoffa? Oh yeah, wasn't he like buried?
No.
Oh, they just suspect he's buried beneath the house or something.
And they said in the Irishman, they
Yeah.
like they show them burying him, and that book was written by the guy who allegedly killed him.
Mm-hmm.
But who knows? He could have also been full of shit.
I've met plenty of guys who claim to kill Jimmy Hoffa.
Interesting.
Yeah.
What-
And
what'd you
Scorsese, well, I think he likes a good story more than the truth. So,
Yes.
yeah, which he makes fictional movies, so that's okay.
What'd you think of The Irishman?
I liked it. I
I
watched it. I didn't watch it all in one sitting. I think I should rewatch it. But I remember it being very good. I am also like fucking love Goodfellas and Casino and Wolf of Wall Street and like all those 3-hour Scorsese super indulgent crazy movies.
Mhm.
So I think it was one of those movies. It's like if you're a fan of Scorsese movies and like Goodfellas, like you're gonna like this movie. If you're not a fan of the Scorsese style, you probably hate it because it's 3.5 hours of like the most Scorsese. He's being very indulgent. They're all being very indulgent the whole time. But I loved it. I thought it was really good. Better than I thought.
I also really enjoyed it. Julie and I were just talking about how jarring the Robert De Niro de-aging scenes were, though. Kind of wish he didn't do that.
I remember even in the time being like, that's weird. And I haven't rewatched it, but I feel like there's no way that has aged well.
Yeah.
So
I saw this dude on YouTube. He was talking about like cultural stagnation and all that sort of stuff and how we just have the same celebrities we've had for the last 30 years. And he brought up The Irishman. He was like, it's kind of ironic that Robert De Niro got his start playing the younger version of a gangster in Godfather 2. Like that was his breakthrough role, was playing the young version of Godfather. And then it's his time to
Michael
Corleone. His time to pass the torch in Irishman. You know, they could cast some up-and-comer as the young version of Robert De Niro. But no, who plays young Robert De Niro? Robert De Niro.
Yeah.
Yeah, the age of the movie star is certainly dead.
Mm-hmm.
They talk about, you guys, I don't know if you ever listen to Rewatchables, the Ringer podcast with Bill Simmons. Pretty good. It's all just movies. Every episode's about a movie that they find very rewatchable, basically. And I think it was they did one about Sinners recently, and they talk a lot about it, but just how there's like movie stars aren't really a thing anymore, and there aren't like enough studio movie. There's no like these in between movies, basically. Like it used to be like, oh, like a guy would be in a smaller movie, and then they put him in like some like movies with like an $80 million budget, and then if you were good at those, then you'd get like your Superman roles and your Scorsese roles and that shit.
Right.
But they're like those $80 million budget movies like don't exist anymore. It's either like Netflix slop or it's like a $400 million superhero movie. And so there's not room for like that same like growth cycle of stars. And there's only room for like 2 movie stars at a time. Like it's basically like Timothée Chalamet, and then can just do whatever he wants. And then everyone else kind of goes for the scraps. But it's really just all like the age of streaming and the internet is kind of that era of film with that prestige and those stars just doesn't exist anymore.
Yeah, no one's going to take a bet on someone they don't know has like box office gravitas. Like Matt Damon's just going to star in everything until he's dead because they know that like the studios know that's a safe bet.
Like today, if they were going to do a young De Niro, they would just do Timothée Chalamet for no reason. Other than like, it would just be, it doesn't look like him. Don't even know if he can play a gangster. But they would just be like, well, that's who it's obviously we have no other option.
They'll suspend disbelief because they have to.
Yes.
That's what they would say.
Yeah. No, anyway, this is sort of feeling a little bit like an episode of I Love Films.
I Love Films. Connor, I was thinking the exact same thing. I think this is
kind of.
I Love Films.
This has kind of been one big episode of I Love Films to start
Although
here.
we're not only talking about films here, but we're talking about movies too, and that's something we
Movies.
don't want to talk about. In I
No,
Love Films.
I do not care about movies.
We're talking about cinema.
Movies are horrible.
Film.
I think The Irishman's a film.
I'd say The Irishman's a film. I'd say
Yeah,
anything
Sinners-
Scorsese's done is a film. And Scorsese
I thought
actually
Sinners-
took a stance against movies with that whole Marvel thing.
Yeah.
He compared movies
Yeah,
to
and
amusement park rides.
I thought we were here to talk
Yep.
about the films that build up on showers after you take a shower. You know, like the soapy, scummy film.
Um,
I thought those were
Yeah.
the types of films we were talking about.
Oh yeah, we can talk about those sorts of films.
Yeah, I don't care for movies. I'd rather talk
What
about
what do you use to
films.
remove that film?
I don't remove that film.
All right, you
I let it
build
just
up.
build up perpetually.
you let it.
Oh,
it-
because you
it-
love.
It's good.
Because
you
I
love
love
films.
it. Yes, I love the film.
All right, this has been I Love Films.
All right, yeah. Let's wrap this up.
We're out of it.
Good app.
Good app. And speaking good apps, did you have any time, Connor, to check out the You Talking You Two to Me Days of Ash episode?
I listened to like the first 10 minutes of it, and
Okay.
as you know, I did not get to them talking about
You're
the
still
actual
a good
record.
90 minutes away, probably. From
Yeah.
talking about the
I'm
record.
fine. I'm fine with that. There were a couple great jokes early on. There was Scott Ackerman started off by from Boy to Obituary, American
yeah.
O, that is.
Yeah,
Was great.
American O.
And then his line about saying made me giggle when he was like, back when we started this podcast, if you brought up AI, I would just say, oh, you forgot to say airplane.
Yeah, that shit was pretty funny too.
AI airplane.
Such a dumb, so dumb, but
The whole skiat.
miss
thing.
those
Yeah,
guys.
scat.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was great to have them back. And
Well,
it's-
because I was texting you and I said I hadn't listened, and you were like, okay. So I was listening to the album, and then you were like, oh, did you listen to You Talking You Two to Me? And I was like, no, I guess I'll go listen to that. So I started it, and then you were like, well, it's not as important as listening to the album. So I was like, well, okay. So then I went back and
I was
just
gonna
started
say
listening to the
after
album.
I said it's not as urgent, I was gonna send another text saying I'd much rather have you do a couple cycles of Days of Ash than listen to the You Talking You Two to Me.
It
Yeah.
is kind of funny though,
I-
because when they released Days of Ash, I almost immediately had the thought of like, oh well, this means we're probably gonna get a new You Talking You Two to Me episode. Also.
Yeah,
like,
that's
it was
funny you were
automatic.
thinking because I didn't. That wasn't even in my head.
Really?
It was a total surprise when I got.
Oh,
I got
man,
a
no,
notification. on my phone. I was like, no
When
way.
I saw it, I was like, dude, I knew this was coming.
Yeah, I should have. I should have suspected it, but
Yeah, that's definitely the most. I mean, no spoilers, but I probably would have rather been listening to that episode than Days of Ash.
oh,
Oh,
no, you're kidding me.
Early shots
Wow.
fired.
All right.
Hey, I've only listened to it like 3 times.
All right, well, we gotta get
Well,
into this now.
I'll say I loved it upon first.
I loved it
listen.
immediately as well.
So
You really did? Okay.
I really did. Really did.
I didn't love it on first listen.
So
And it's growing, but I still don't
okay, as long as it's growing.
feeling it's grown to like a 5 out of 10.
that low.
Wow.
Wow. So it started like way in the pits. you
I
fucking
mean,
hated
well,
it.
It started at 0 because I saw there was an Ed Sheeran feature.
Yeah.
yeah,
And
that's
There's a
that
massive
song-
stain on the E EP.
That song sounds like a fucking Ed Sheeran
That
song.
song blows.
Fuck that song.
Ed
So
Sheeran is the king of fitting the most awkward lyrics and phrasing into a pop song.
Yeah.
And that song
Dude,
is chock
I mean-
full of it.
like the joke on Time Crisis, who doesn't need
Yeah.
to make fun of people. They've made fun of that bed sheets line for like 2 straight years.
Yeah, for 2 years. They ripped on Ed Sheeran constantly.
Yeah.
So we'll get to that song. For
Yeah.
for our uninformed listener, Days of Ash is an EP by Irish band, 4 Lovable Lads from Liverpool, U2. In the spirit of knowledge, should we get the band member names out of the way?
Mhm.
yes,
In the spirit of U2 podcast as well.
sure.
Okay.
We can just continue to blatantly rip them
I
off
know, just
forever.
continue to just literally do their bits.
This is basically just a tribute podcast of
Yeah.
you talking
You
you
talking
two to me at this point.
Totally. We have
A tribute to
tribute
you
to.
talking you to me.
Shit.
Whoa!
that
Yeah,
deserves.
that deserves
Holy-
something from the old board.
Pew, 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 pew. Like father,
he
like
synced
son.
out perfectly.
Yeah,
You
he
can-
Oh, damn.
yeah, you literally hit
Nice.
every note on there. Yeah, Connor, I have the soundboard now. So unfortunately,
Oh.
I haven't figured out a way to share it via Teams call, the audio.
That's okay.
But
Is it like a
you'll hear it
shock
when you
jock
listen back
type
to
of
that.
soundboard?
It's a shock jock type of soundboard.
Is there one that goes? Plop, plop?
Yeah, somewhere. I haven't
That's a good one.
fully. We'll deal with that later. You two. You got Bono. You got Dave Evans. I'm totally forgetting what they call him.
I believe it's Thedge.
The Edge.
Thedge.
That's right. Thedge.
Thedge.
You got Adam Clayton.
Adam Clay,
Clay
2,000
2,000 pounds
Adam Clay, 2,000 pounds.
on base. And you got Larry Mullen Sr.'s son,
The son of Larry
On-
Mullen Sr.
the old skins.
Yep.
Hanging in the skins. Larry
The old
Mullen.
ones and
Slapping the
twos.
pigskins.
Yes.
So
Larry's back.
yeah, Larry's back in
Larry's
full
back,
effect on
boys.
this one. Was it 2 weeks ago that this EP came out?
February
I don't think it was
18th.
2 weeks. Oh, I guess
That'd
so.
be 2 weeks ago. 2 Wednesdays
So
ago.
I was.
Right,
Okay.
it dropped
I
on
was
like a
late.
Wednesday. Yeah, because it dropped on Ash Wednesday.
Yeah, it dropped
Days
on
of
Ash Wednesday, I think.
Julian sent me a text that day with just a link to the album.
As soon as I
didn't
saw
hear
that
anything
shit.
that morning about like an album coming out. Yeah, it was like midday that you sent
Yeah.
it to me. I wasn't looking at my phone or anything.
Yeah, there was no. This was a surprise drop.
It was
right?
a surprise drop. My first thought when I saw it is I was like, oh, this must be like a new little like compilation. Of
Yeah, more
B-sides
acoustic-
or like
more acoustic
re-recordings, or
bullshit.
they do so much shit like that lately.
Yeah.
And especially, I don't know, because they have such an affinity with Apple, it seems like they're just always putting stuff out for Apple Music.
Mm-hmm.
So I assumed it was just that. And then threw on American Obituary, and some of the lyrics stood out, you know, like him talking about Minneapolis. It was like,
Oh.
oh shit, no, this
These
is
are
a
songs.
new song. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I got
So new
Super
they
stoked for
didn't
that.
even have time. Didn't even have time to make a real album cover for it.
yeah, the album cover is interesting.
It's just an EP. I mean, you're
It's
not
an
supposed
EP.
to like blow your load on a fucking EP album cover.
They don't have any. They still don't have a graphic design budget, and it looks. That font sucks. Sorry, I'm being a hater.
I
That's
think you're
okay.
just being a hater.
I think for this episode, it's good, this angle that Connor's bringing in.
Yeah, take the opposite stance.
Yeah.
He never does that. He always agrees with us.
Okay, yeah. Julian's never contrarian about anything.
Connor, zoomed in on your face like that, and you look like Scott Scorch from certain angles. Producer superstar Scott Scorch.
Synth Lord. Synth Lord Scott Storch. Yeah, these sunglasses are kind of Storchian.
Yeah, that's regime.
I thought it'd be kind of
Yeah.
funny because the U2 lads are kind of known for being I guess for lack of a better term, douchebags when it comes to release strategies a little bit. And they kind of go out of their way to pat themselves on the back for not being douchebags about this release strategy in their little blurb on Apple Music about the EP.
Dude,
So
I
I thought it'd
haven't
be
actually
funny
read it.
to just read it
Yeah,
really
read it.
quick. So it just
Yeah.
says, from the early 2010s onward, U2 entered a long period of personal reflection that yielded autobiographical albums. Talks about Songs of Innocence and all that bullshit. And the memoir. And then it says, blah, blah, blah. Days of Ash is a rarity in the U2 canon, a non-live EP that functions as a mini 6-track concept album and released with none of their characteristic fanfare. And while its dimensions are small, its ambitions are huge, with Bono and co. taking stock of the state of the world, from Minneapolis to Ukraine to Gaza. So they kind of acknowledge the fact that there was not a ton of release strategy put into this, and then they kind of also At least the way I
Alright.
read it, they go on to be like, yeah, they just
Yeah, it's because we had such hugely important subject
just
matter
let
that
the
we
songs-
tackled so
yeah.
poignantly that we just kind of
We
didn't
let the
want like our
songs
usual epic
do the
rollout
work.
to take away from that.
exactly. A little bit
Yeah,
of
also,
classic Bono.
It's not like they came up with the like shock release strategy.
Yeah, surprise
like,
release. Foreign Words
Beyonce
did
did
it,
that
but
like
Mir-
15 years ago.
Oh, you guys were after Days of Ash, weren't you?
No, we were first.
Oh, you were first. on
February
Bandcamp.
6th.
Yeah. Okay, so they copied Foreign
probably-
Words.
Yeah. And Foreign
Probably
Words was
inspired.
definitely the first to do it. So
On Bandcamp for sure.
Mhm.
So it is an EP,
yes,
and it's a hell of an EP.
they don't really do EPs.
They don't really do EPs.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
When they do, it's like like live
B-sides shit.
B-sides. It's not like
Do they
Co-
have a studio EP? They do, right? October was an album, right?
October is an album.
Under a Blood Red Sky is
It's
live.
live.
I mean, I think they have certain EPs that are just like single plus B-side, like 2 or 3 songs.
Mm-hmm.
Like Window in the Skies, I think, was an EP that had like 3 or 4 songs on it.
Yeah, I feel like around the No Line on the Horizon days, they did little EPs associated with that.
Yeah. But they were all just like alternate versions of
Mhm.
songs that were on the album.
Totally.
And then,
EP is an underrated medium.
I think
I
so
understand
too.
why people don't do it because it's probably just not nearly as lucrative. But dude, there's a few EPs out there that are just like 4 great songs, and there's nothing wrong with that.
Well, the
It's like
line-
if you got 4 great songs,
I think the line's
Put 'em
kind of
out.
getting a little bit blurred now too, because a lot of people will put out full length albums that are like 6 songs and 25 minutes long, you know, which is like, well, that's an EP, brother. But yeah, I think just in the context of like the music business itself, like EPs used to be a way that bands would like showcase, up and coming bands would showcase like what they're working on to labels or whatever
Yeah.
to get like deals. And that's not really relevant anymore. So now EPs are more just like, I think, a way that bands release like small little concept ideas that can't be turned into like fully fleshed out records. And U2 calls this a concept. I wouldn't go as far as calling it a concept, other than the fact that the lyrics are all thematic in one way.
I think it's
Yeah.
conceptual, and they have the segue.
I don't think
song,
it's like
Wild Peace.
sonically conceptual.
It's not. It's not sonically conceptual.
And I don't really think like it kind of feels like a collection of singles to me.
It's pretty messy sonically, honestly.
Yeah, it's a bit
couple
all
of the
over the
mixes
place.
kind of blow in ways that serve the song.
Mm-hmm.
As they say in You Talking You Two to me, it's no condom rock and roll.
Yeah,
Connor probably hasn't gotten that far.
I don't remember them saying that, but it definitely sounds.
Well, they're saying it's kind of raw, and
It-
then Scott Ackerman said raw dog. It's no condom rock and roll. And yeah, like American Obituary, for example, is hella stripped back mix wise and very underproduced. And I think it works well for that track.
There's also
But then the Ed
moments of
Sheeran song is like
stylistic.
very overproduced.
Yeah, well, there's like moments of stylistic choice on like American Obituary where it's like there's maybe a bit more production value than there would have been on past U2 songs. Like, I don't know. I think that there's definitely like still a pop lens put over all the songs in a weird way. Like, they're still writing in that kind of like Songs of Innocence headspace a little bit, where it's like rock plus modern flash and flare.
I was thinking American Obituary sounded a little how to dismantle to me.
It
Yeah,
definitely
I
does.
was just about to say that.
Kind of makes sense because it's an anti-war song, and it does kind of feel like how to dismantle was anti-war.
The guitar
Like,
tone and sorry.
Yeah, and like he's kind of doing the half like talk rapping
vocals,
thing
yeah.
in it. That song, I do think that's the best song in the album. My main beef, the line about "I love you more than hate loves war," really takes me out of the song. That one just like
A little too cheesy for you.
I'm just like, come on.
Yeah.
It's like
That's a rough one
Oh,
because they
yeah.
say that a lot throughout the song. So
Rough
if you
timing
don't
too,
like it,
because it kind of takes me out of it, and the timing of the in between the album coming out and me listening to it, we did start a war with Iran. So I'm kind of like, well, good job, you two. Really didn't
Put that
do
out.
much. Just I can't believe this U2 song didn't stop us from going to war with Iran. But it felt a little 2004 to me. Just that line in general.
I think that, it's weird because I feel like normally I would agree with you and be like ready to shit on it a little bit. But like, because of the way that it does feel so 2004, like I heard it and it instantly like transported me back to like that era. And to me, like that is like the peak of U2 is like that 2000s, like, political-ish music that is like raw rock and roll. Like I just loved it, and like it was just nice to hear like a cheesy Bonoism again. I was just kind of like, holy fuck, like
I'm with you.
the world hasn't heard
I
like a
was there
true
for all of
cheesy
them.
Bonoism in
The power
so
of the
long.
people is so much stronger than the people in power.
The people in power, like, damn, that's so bad, but it's like the world just hasn't. The world's gone so long without it. It just felt like coming home, kind of,
And the way he delivers it, and just the way it fits in the song.
And like that's kind of like an example of like what I describe as like the Songs of Innocence like pop rock thing, like that whole like gang vocal thing at the end where they're all saying like we're all so much more powerful than the people in power, and then like the guitar like drops out and it's like bass drums and the gang vocal. It's kind of like, well, damn, that's like stadium pop in a way that like I don't think they would have necessarily done that back in like the Atomic Bomb days. So it's like a really nice kind of fusion to me of like the old energy with the new influences that they've kind of like taken on in the last like 10, 15 years. And yeah, it's just so like the guitar tone was just like, oh, that's like the Vertigo guitar tone.
I love
like,
that
to
guitar
a T.
part.
And like
I did when the guitar tone came in. I was stoked for sure on that first song. I don't know, like what your point. It makes sense because it is like a lot of like that line bugging me is something I feel like in general I got over that kind of stuff bugging me when I got into U2, and yeah, like when I just fully dove into U2, like that kind of stuff didn't really bother me anymore, and I found it more endearing. Maybe I will on this upon more listens. I probably will. I think I already kind of do. There's like for some reason the first listen it like really grinded my gears hearing that line, but yeah, there just were moments where I kind of felt like on this EP where I was like, this is what people who don't like U2 think U2 sounds like.
Yeah, 100%. Well, and they're right. They're right. Like it does sound quintessential. Well, maybe not all of it, but American Obituary specifically sounds like quintessentially U2 to me, where it's like they could have put this on All That You Can't Leave Behind or How to Dismantle, and like it would have like made sense, like it fits in with those songs. And it's just like, yeah, if you don't like the formula, then it's not going to be exciting, but if you like the formula, then you're going to be like stoked, because it's the closest I think we've gotten to like the true U2 formula in a long time.
If you're a Republican pro-ICE U2 hater, this song would probably give you an aneurysm.
You would
too.
be dead. Yeah.
Bunch of fucking Irish guys telling us how to run the country. Their gay ass chants at the end of their stupid pop song.
Yeah.
Something tells me that this one has not come across those guys' desks.
Yeah.
I think that they've been out on Bono for a while now.
Yeah.
Those type of guys.
That's true.
Well, and I don't think,
Yeah.
U2 has this whole, I feel like, crisis where every time they put something out, their biggest thing is like, we just want to be relevant. Like, we just want to prove to everyone that we're still like the biggest rock band in the world, that we're like still important, that we still matter, that like the things we do. Like he said, what did he say about Songs of Innocence? That those songs were all going to be like songs that were infinitely replayable or something.
Yeah.
Like the U2 folk album that would be infinitely, and it's just like, shut the fuck
Something
up.
like
Yeah.
So yeah, but I feel like at this point in time, no one, and I mean, maybe Bono still hasn't realized this, but I'd hope at this point in time that the band U2 has realized that no one can really be the global influence anymore. No one can be like the singular rock icon that's like saving the world anymore, because everything is so diluted. So
But if there's gonna
hopefully
be
they're
one,
just
it's
like not
them
really
or
trying to
Bruce.
do that anymore.
I don't know. I think it's purely reaction to Bruce releasing his Minneapolis song.
Do you think that's
That
the
could be it,
entire
too.
reason why they did this?
I think that's part of the reason they rushed it out.
Sure.
Did the surprise drop. Can't let Bruce have too much leeway. And they talk about that in You Talking to me.
Yeah, I do think. I mean, I don't know. I don't, because there's been a lot of global conflict and people having like immediate reactions to the global conflict over the last decade. I don't know why that singular event would cause you two to be like, fuck.
No, I don't. I don't actually think they're competing with Bruce. So that's American Obituary. The second track, The Tears of Things. I'll say this one's my favorite on the EP.
Really?
Yep.
Wow.
This
I
one
keep going
feels a
back to.
little all you can't leave behind to me.
I'm willing to go.
Which I got no beef with that. I did like this song.
It does feel a little All That You Can't Leave Behind, and potentially even a little earlier than that, because I think this matches a 1 level of anthemic songwriting genius. The song 1.
It's
You're gonna say it matches 1. You're already
1.
gonna put this
Yeah.
on the level as 1.
I think
That
this is
is-
the one of the 21st century.
Quite a statement.
I will say, and this isn't me trying to like shit on one by any means, but like this song to me has like a level of songwriting maturity that they like never had before.
It's
Like
super
it's complex from a
impressive,
theory
yeah.
perspective. It has like real chord changes and counterpoints and melodic shifts, and like the lyrics themselves are like a motif that builds and repeats and like obviously is thematic with the rest of the songs too. Like they couldn't have written a song like this when 1 came out, because 1 is just like a simple 2-chord guitar song, you know what I mean? Like it doesn't have the movement and the complexity that this song has. Like
Yeah.
they really pulled some shit out with this song where it's just like, damn, I've never heard them like write a song like this at all, to be honest.
Yeah, musically and lyrically.
Yeah.
It's just so complex yet so listenable and just like I was saying, anthemic. And it's so cool the concept of it, like writing from the Statue of David's perspective and
Yeah.
somehow bringing that back to the situation in
And
the
it
world
feels
today.
like a cheesy Bonoism again, but I like don't really mind it again. Like it kind of like feels appropriate for the song. It doesn't feel like Bono being Bono. Like I don't know how he really gets away with it, because I feel like if they would have been just releasing songs like this for the last 25 years, that it would be like a trope now. But like because they took such a long break and then came back, it like doesn't feel super trope-ish right now.
Well, when it like opens up with the lyric, "I'm David, not Goliath. I was born in Bethlehem." It's so cool to have like something biblical that you could imagine, like people shouting in an arena. It's just
Yeah.
like that's a cool rock hook.
Right,
kind
and
of,
it's
and like a-
super overtly religious, but it's not like geez, here goes Bono again. It's like, yeah, like
Yeah. It's more biblical than it is religious.
it's good for the moment. Yeah,
No
I guess that makes
Jesus is
that's
a
good way of
historical
putting
figure
it. Yeah.
rather than the Messiah.
Well, yeah, I mean, yeah, it's more talking of the stories of the Bible, which I think there's always interesting
But
stuff.
I
in
don't know.
there.
Bono has always kind of gone
A
down
rich
that
vein.
road and done that, and I've always kind of been like, man, that just I don't like it. I don't like this, but I
I don't think
didn't mind it
I
in
don't think
that song.
I don't think he's ever really come off as. They've always been very religious, and he's never come off as preachy about it.
No,
in
it's
my
always
mind,
very
which-
it's always very
I'm with you.
storyteller-esque.
Yeah.
But even then,
Yes.
even just the fact that it is, and this is, I guess, just more indicative of me than it is of Bono or the lyrics or the content. But it's just the fact that it has such strong ties to religion that it can't be like ambiguously about religion. Like the stories are derived directly from the Bible, and you like can't really like deny that in any way. There's no like ambiguousness to it, so it's always kind of just been like, oh,
Well,
here goes Bono talking about the Bible again. But
some
like,
people would
I
say
don't know.
that the whole point of the Bible is that you take the stories in the Bible and you apply them to your life.
Yeah,
Julian,
but some people like sing about. Some people can like sing about it without directly referencing it in a way to where it's like not ambiguous anymore. You know what I mean?
well,
Yeah.
Bethlehem's a cool ass word to say in a song,
It is.
Yeah.
and that's all that matters here. That's the point I was making. Connor, it seems like you maybe had a bit of a negative reaction to the Tears of Things.
No,
No, you liked it?
I sort of liked it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
You were just surprised I compared it to one.
Yeah, I think that's just, I don't know, one for me. I think that's just like such an iconic song. I think it's one of those U2 songs that's like you've heard so many times without even trying to hear it that I almost never go listen to it on purpose.
Mm-hmm.
But I think that song, it is so in the vernacular, for lack of a better word, of everybody. Like, it's almost ubiquitous. It's hard to compare anything that just came out to something like that.
That's
for
true.
me. It's more what I meant.
That's fair. Totally fair.
Like, it probably won't be as big as one was.
Yeah.
No.
Well, it's a saturated market.
But no, I think the two first songs on this album are my favorite songs on the album.
Yeah,
At
it's
this
such a
juncture.
strong opening. And
I agree.
Edge's
I don't
guitar
love the
part
third one.
on Tears of Things, so beautiful. Super chimey. And that's such an important part because it is kind of like you were saying, like the theory of the song is complex, but I think that guitar part like gives it some levity.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Edges, I think that's why I got so excited at the beginning of American Obituary. It's like, been a while since Edge has been in his bag like this.
Yeah, he's
Like,
very much
Songs of Innocence was much more straightforward rock songs, not a lot of edgisms going on, and he's kind of just leaning into his edginess.
Yeah,
I felt like
on
Songs
this
of
one.
Innocence was like an Adam Clayton album, you know? Like the
It
bass was
totally-
like
Yeah.
the star of the show for Songs of Innocence. And
Which-
even
That album rips. I love that album.
Oh, yeah, it's
but
great.
it doesn't have that classic Edge reverbist kind of sound to it.
yeah. Well, and like Larry's drums on American Obituary are like pretty explosive, I would say. Also, like you can tell there's a lot of energy behind his performance, and I think like a drive that hasn't necessarily been there consistently for a while. Like the drum performances on How to Dismantle an Atomic Bomb are like through and through fantastic. Like there's energy throughout the whole record, but then like No Line on the Horizon, the drums are like super mid, honestly, for most of it. And then even Songs of Innocence, like the drums are cool, but it's like the production of the drums that makes them jump out more than the performance, I think. So to have the production be like more stripped back, but then like the actual performance be like that explosive is pretty insane. Because yeah, the dude's like old and just had like fully reconstructive back surgery, like in the grand scheme of things, pretty recently. So
yeah, definitely.
For me, drumming just doesn't really matter. And
yeah,
just put a drum machine on it.
honestly,
It's fine.
it would have been about the same with drumming technology these days. Sampling, they could have had a robot do it.
Yeah, this is literally
Fuck,
the
I don't-
first time I've thought
I
of
don't
it.
remember what song I was listening to recently. Oh, there's like this hockey podcast. So it's nobody mainstream, but there's this hockey podcast I listen to, and they always like, it's Canadian, and they'll always at the end play a song, and they'll put on some Canadian artist, and It's never a very good song, and this one is like a very generic rock song. But the drum machine kicked in on it, and it was like noticeably bad. It was like jarring, and I was just like, "Oh, it makes you appreciate a good drum sound," because it was just like,
Yeah.
It'd take you right out of the song.
That's rough stuff. All right, so on to track 3, "Song of the Future." Also, an
I don't
incredibly
like this
strong.
song.
You don't like this song. What do you like about it?
Maybe I like it better on more listens. I just find the hook to be pretty annoying.
She's the song of the future.
Every time it came on, it's just that didn't do it for me. I don't know. The more you guys talked about the first 2 songs, the more I feel like I'm gonna go listen to them after this, and I'm gonna like them more. Like,
That'd be cool.
do you hear any talk about American Obituary? I'm like, okay, yeah, that song does rip. I don't think that line really matters that much to me. And then, so I'm excited to go back and listen to this again with your guys' input, because I do think it's going to grow on me. And I listened to it for the first time like 8 hours ago. But Song of the Future was one on all 3 listens. I was just like, I don't like this. I don't like this hook.
I was lukewarm on it the first couple listens. It was actually listening to You Talking You Two to me that changed my mind on this, because they were huge fans of this song. And learning a little bit more too about like the origin of it and the meaning behind the lyrics, and that they did. I think I always liked the hook. I thought the hook was cool. The fact that they fit that into a catchy hook, I was like, that's a good songwriting. But yeah, I'd say this is my 3rd favorite song on the album, on the EP. What do you think?
I love this track. It reminds me of that 2000s U2 where they're just rocking out, balls out, giving no fucks, calling shots. I always thought the hook was like one of the hooks that did remind me more of like older U2, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like more of a hooky like gang vocal that felt like a pretty nostalgic kind of melody. And the production on it is like super great in my opinion, even though it's kind of like a little bit rough around the edges. It's not like fully album quality necessarily. It's like got a rawness to it and a playfulness to it that I really appreciated. It felt like U2 being okay with not being like fully studio mode, like for the first time in a really long time, if that makes sense. Like, I don't know, it felt like they had a lack of seriousness behind these songs that was really refreshing, because the material and the themes of the songs is like very serious, but they're not presenting them in a way where they're like taking it super seriously. It feels like they're just like, here's this song about this thing, it's pretty raw, it's pretty straightforward, and like it is what it is, no frills, no bullshit. So I really respect that, because it is pretty, I feel like, different from the traditional U2 canon in that regard.
Yeah. I was staring at the album art the whole time we were talking. It is really shitty album art. Back to Connor's point.
Yeah.
It really looks like a bad
dude?
local release.
A band with this budget should not have artwork that looks
the
like
fact
that.
they put EP on it too is kind of silly.
Yeah, who does that?
Days
Well,
of Ash EP.
but that's what EPs always used to be. Like whenever you'd get an EP from a band, it would say EP on it.
That
Would it?
It was part of the it was
Really?
like part of the title.
I don't think it would, because I was just thinking like Chronic Town. That was the one I was thinking of. That's a great EP.
Mm-hmm.
This is Chronic Town on the cover.
But I think
I don't know, man.
that's like when the lines. I think that's part of the reason why the lines started blurring between LPs and EPs, was because EPs stopped being like clearly labeled as EPs at a certain point. But like,
that's my least
natives-
of my issues with this cover.
on Apple Music, it's one of those like animated covers that like always, like it's always changing.
Yeah.
So it's hard to tell like what the actual. And when I saw the initial story about the release of the EP on the internet, it like had no cover. It was just like white and just said Days of Ash on it.
Here's another good one. Bell and Sebastian books. This one just says Bell and Sebastian present books.
Books is great.
Does not say EP. Books that was my other example of an awesome EP.
I'm looking through U2's EP discography. We forgot to mention Wide Awake in America as an EP.
Is that the one that was released with?
It has 2 live songs and 2 studio songs. It has Bad Live, a sort of Homecoming Live. And then the studio tracks are the 3 Sunrises and Love Comes Tumbling. But that one has a great design, and it doesn't say EP in the title.
But I'm talking about like way back in the day, like back when EPs were what?
That Julians were a thing in the 80s. Or EPs were a thing in the 80s.
Yeah, 1985 was the heyday of the EP.
Julian's just dying on this hill that an EP has to say EP on the cover art.
Yeah, what era are you talking about?
Give me an example of an EP. Give me an example of an EP that says EP on the cover.
Another notable. While you're doing that, Julian. Another notable.
Green Day, 39 Smooth.
Yeah, that's an EP. Oh yeah, they combined it
because they did. Yeah, they made 10,039 smoothed out slappy hours, but 39 Smooth was the original.
The original EP.
I used to have a vinyl of that when I was a kid before I even had a record player.
One of the more recent, I mean, it came out in 2000s, but U2 EPs was Beautiful Day. So they did, for that, instead of like just a single release, they did an EP release for Beautiful Day. So Beautiful Day is the opening track, then Summer Rain, Always, and then they did a live version of Discotheque, which is sick. Good.
Off of Pop?
Off of Pop, yeah. If You Wear That Velvet Dress live, Last Night on Earth live, Beautiful Day, and then 3 Beautiful Day remixes.
Let's see if I find the list best EPs of all time.
Okay, well, you're doing that. Anything else to say on Song of the Future?
No.
Okay, so I guess I misspoke. I'm sorry. It doesn't usually say EP on the cover, but it normally says it in the title.
Yeah,
that's like
it will say EP.
That's what I was thinking of.
Yeah.
Just
this is the best EP of all. Best EP of all time is Sufjan Stevens' "All Delighted People." Number 2, Buzzcocks. Number 3, FKA Twigs. This is kind of a trendy list. This has the Beatles' Magical Mystery Tour as an EP.
The Golden Years EP by Motorhead says EP on the cover. That's the most notable example that it has on Google. So U2's not the first band. And also, local native Sour Lemon says EP on the Sour Lemon cover. And I
let me say this.
That vinyl.
This, according to this list, the number 1 EP of all time is Sufjan Stevens, and it does say EP on the cover. So maybe I'm the one eating my words now.
Like in the 50s and 60s, was
Magical Mystery Tour really an EP?
No, it was 100% an LP.
They have it as the 4th best EP of all time on this list. So now maybe this whole list is.
That list is compromised.
You know what? Maybe nobody really knows.
I don't think anyone really knows what an EP is or should be. And I think U2 has.
They've got a Pulp. They have. You ever listened to The Sisters by Pulp? The Sisters EP, Colin?
No, I can't say I have. And see, this is part of
this also says Jar of Flies is an EP. I don't think
that's bullshit.
This list is horseshit.
I think I have an inherent prejudice against EPs. I never take them as seriously as LPs when I definitely
Sometimes
should.
They slap.
Which is silly because I've been in bands and released EPs.
I think historically the EP is supposed to be the teaser to the album. It's not supposed to be equal weight to an LP. Mm-hmm. Like if you are a band that just puts out EPs forever and never releases a single LP, I think you kind of deserve to be taken less seriously because it's like you can't put together 8 to 10 songs that go together in an LP format. Like
Yeah, or if you like, you don't want to put your album out all at once, you like release it as like 4 different EPs, and it's like, what? You can't just put your album all out as one thing.
Yeah.
Okay, here's
Any
the
band
thing.
that does that, I do not like.
Here's the thing with
Yeah, we all, and we will both disavow them.
We will-
and they will never
Yeah.
they will never make our top 10
Top 10.
year end list.
Never.
Yeah, fuck anyone who does that sort of stuff or would even consider it. Magical Mystery Tour was originally released in the UK as a double EP in December.
Also known as an album,
In the US, it was just released as an LP.
a double EP.
A double
That's
EP.
dumb.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty dumb.
Speaking of something that shouldn't be taken seriously, a double.
And so on that list, which side of the double EP are they saying is the fourth best or whatever?
It just says Magical Mystery Tour. Or it doesn't say.
Yeah, what a
Probably the
cop-out.
one with Eye and the Walrus on it. I don't know.
What a ridiculous state of affairs.
This is an interesting list. This list is definitely trying pretty hard to be like trendy too.
Yeah.
It's AV. It's AV Club.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so segue song. Wild Peace. In my mind, as much as I love the whole EP, if they had kept this to a 4-song EP and just wrapped it up after Wild Peace and made that the outro, perfection. Perfection. I don't hate One Life at a Time. It's kind of forgettable to me, and I haven't like delved that deep into the lyrics. It feels like this is kind of where it starts to lose the feeling of like a real tight like concept album, and then that concept is completely destroyed by the time we get to that Sheeran track. So if they kept it short and sweet to 4 songs and ended with Wild Peace, I think that'd be pretty powerful, pretty cool.
I personally really like One Life at a Time.
Do you?
Specifically the end of it and the way that it ends. Like the whole kind of like outro section, I think is like profoundly
think how it
really
ends.
good. I'll just play it. I know we can't technically play
Yeah,
it, but
I like the end too. I like when it's over.
Yeah.
No, I don't. I actually can't really remember what
Okay.
the song was like.
yeah, I don't know. I think it's really good. I think that it fits in really well with like American Obituary, Song of the Future. Like I think it is definitely in that same
Wild
like,
Peace
headspace.
or One Life at a Time?
One Life at a
Life
Time.
What do you think of Wild Peace?
Well, so Wild Peace, honestly,
Kind of interlude.
It is.
yeah, it's okay. I could have been fine without it being on it. It reminds me of like when I heard it, all I could really think was like, you know, when they're like between songs at a live show and they like do a bunch of like visual crap on the screens and they
Yeah.
like usually have some like audio clip playing at the same time when they're doing like a set change during a U2 show. That's what it reminded me of. It was like this could just be like set filler, and
I
I
hear
didn't
you.
really realize we were putting that on fucking EPs now and calling it songs.
Well, and I was surprised when
Yeah,
the EP did carry on after that song because I
Agreed.
was like, okay, they had 3 tight songs and this is just kind of closing up this little EP they did. It's kind of a filler.
Yeah,
You agree though, Connor? You think this song's bullshit?
I agree that in principle that
It's an interlude.
having an interlude on an EP is a little bit of a cheap move,
Yeah,
and I just have
especially because it sounds.
I
nothing
have an
like the rest of the
ideological
songs.
issue with that.
If they were like, if it was sonically in line with what was happening throughout the rest of the EP, it might make a little more sense. But it's literally just like ambient noise with some poem. So it's like, yeah, this is just
I
like,
think spoken word thing is cool.
yeah, it's cool. It just doesn't need to be on the EP. Like they could have done it.
They really let Jackknife Lee cook here.
They sure did let Jackknife go crazy.
Yeah.
Which again, it just like it kind of sounds like maybe Edge just was in a room for 8 hours,
Yeah.
playing with his little pedal boards and his fucking keywords and his shit. So it's like,
And Bono's like, obviously we have to have an African lady on this.
yeah, yeah. No, I could have gone without this one, but I do think "One Life at a Time" is a great song, and I'm very glad that they put it on there.
One Life at a Time.
Yes.
Okay, you're confusing the hell out of me.
I literally said I think one life at a
Yeah,
time.
but
is a good
Yeah.
one.
We're talking Wild Piece here.
Well, at first we were talking like the whole back half of the EP.
Yeah, we're kind of lumping it together.
Yeah,
well, we don't
you
even
were
really
like,
need to
after
talk about
track
the Ed
4,
Sheeran
like,
song.
Yeah, let's not
yeah,
talk
the
about
Ed
the
Sheeran song is a profound disappointment. I
Yeah.
I was so happy.
said.
I was so happy and proud of the boys, and then that song started, and I was like, oh, and it's they ruined
and
it.
they found a way to ruin it. Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. I saw the Ed Sheeran feature, and I was like, originally, like, you know what? I think I'm just not even gonna listen. And then I, was listening to it. I'm like, well, okay, I'll listen to it. And I was just like, yeah, you know what? I wish I wouldn't have listened to it.
Yep.
Because it sounds like, Ed Sheeran
It
just
sounds
gets
like an Ed
he's
Sheeran
like
song.
he's like pickles, dude. He just gets his stink everywhere. You got pickles on your sandwich. You just all you taste. Is
Pickles.
I
That's
forget
what Ed
who
Sheeran
like
is.
what I forget who I was listening to or what it was, but like someone who's not from America was basically just saying that Americans just don't understand like the global.
They were saying
stardom
that on You
that
Talking You Two to me.
Was that
Yeah.
you talking to me that we just like don't understand the global stardom that Ed Sheeran really
Which
has?
I thought was such an insane point because we fully do. Ed Sheeran is fucking huge here.
well, no,
Ed
he's
Sheeran's one
Yeah.
of the biggest artists of all time.
but he is like
Even
I
in
feel
the
like
US.
he is kind of. I would argue. I think he is slightly more clowned on in America than perhaps the rest of
yeah.
the world.
but
Well,
I've
rightfully,
been
he
to,
should be clowned on.
He should
Yeah,
be
no, he
clowned,
fully deserves
dude.
it. I'm not trying to defend
He's
him.
his
I hate him.
songwriting is complete ass, man. That
Yeah.
summer when Shape of You, dude, that summer when he was huge, when he was really big, when the Divide album came out, all his fucking albums were like a math symbol. It's so dumb. And I was landscaping that summer, and we were listening to the radio a lot. And dude, there were like 3 Ed Sheeran songs that were just every other song. It was like Shape of You, and then there's this really dumb like nostalgia song he has about like growing up with his friends. That's like the most formulaic, trite song about your childhood you could ever think of. And then there was another song that sucked. There are at least 3 songs. And,
Barefoot on the grass.
yeah, but you know what? Honestly,
song.
fuck. I don't hate that song that much. That song's got a little bit of a soft spot in my heart.
Yeah, Beyonce.
So, you know what? That's the one. Yeah, especially the Beyonce remix. But those other 2 songs, you got to listen to the one I'm talking. He is something about like, we were younger then. It's all like, we used to run in the field and then you sprained your ankle. And now we're grown up and we're not young. It's like there's zero nuance to it, his songwriting at all. And Shape of You is just one of the worst songs
Shape
to
of
ever
You
be popular.
really is. And yeah,
Ever.
I actually, at that time, with the success of that album, it made me severely depressed. I really was like, I don't recognize the world I live in anymore. Like, this is.
I thought music was dead.
Yeah.
And I remember for the longest time I didn't know that song was Ed Sheeran. I would hear it all the time, but I never wanted to hear it. So, and then I would hear about Ed Sheeran, but I'm like, I don't think I've heard an Ed Sheeran song. But I knew I hated that song, and I had a pretty good feeling I didn't like Ed Sheeran. And then the day came when I realized that song was by Ed Sheeran, and I was like, it all makes sense.
All makes sense.
It all makes sense.
You were right all along.
There's always going to be an Ed Sheeran out there. That fucking Ordinary song by Alex Warren is
true.
very much
Ed
spiritually
Sheeran
an Ed Sheeran song. Yes.
That song blows.
That song blows.
That dude
so
blows
hard.
too. At least Ed Sheeran got to start busking. That dude's like a TikTok star or something, or was on reality TV or some shit, and then wrote a dog shit song.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's got a dubious backstory at best with how that song got big.
Dubious
in the
at
first place.
best. Indeed. What was I gonna say? Oh, I didn't realize when I first listened through. I wasn't I listened the first time in the car, so I wasn't looking at all the titles, so I didn't realize it was an Ed Sheeran feature. And he has some harmony parts throughout the song, but then they give him his own little part of the verse. And when that happened, I was like, who the fuck is that? And I looked. I was like, oh my God, Ed Sheeran. And it put a bad taste in my mouth.
It really
for me.
does.
It's really bad. I don't know. It just sounds like an Ed Sheeran song. I don't know.
It does.
how much
That's
he
what I'm
helped
saying.
with the
He
writing.
gets his stink on it.
He got
Yeah.
a lyric. They said this on YouTube, you talking YouTube to me, that he has a lyric credit on it.
but not like
not
a
a songwriting
songwriting credit.
credit, but
So they just thought, oh,
lyric-
this sounds generic and fucking horrible.
Yeah,
Let's call it
Mhm.
Sheeran.
Sheeran on it.
Yeah.
Let's put
He'll
some
love
gang
this.
vocals on it, and yeah,
Yeah,
It's
it
bad.
really is. Maybe, and this is with this whole Songs of Experience album. Or whatever, Songs of Innocence. What is it? Yeah, Songs of Experience. That album that fucking
Days of
sucks
Ash?
dick.
Is that the
I
one?
feel like this might
What
be like
Songs of Experience?
it's like
Which
the
one
one
was
that
Songs
comes
of-
after Songs of
Innocence.
It's like the follow up to Songs of Innocence from 2017.
And then
really,
Songs of Surrender
really
was the
bad.
one that was like the acoustic
The
version.
acoustic
Yeah.
bullshit songs.
I don't even think I listened to those two. I think
Well,
I was like,
don't-
I like
don't
Songs
waste
of
your time.
Innocence.
Dude, my
and
parents-
yeah.
My parents saw U2 at the Sphere. You know what they brought me back? Songs of Surrender
Dog.
on vinyl.
Oof.
Which, thank you, Mom and Dad. Very appreciative for
Yeah.
bringing me something back. But my
make a
dad
great
especially, I was
paperweight.
like, come on, Dad, you know this isn't the shit I want at the U2 merch table. Songs of Surrender on vinyl? Listen to it once.
They didn't have anything else.
Were you like, could you just actually just get me a second backup copy of Foo Fighters' Greatest Hits? Because I'm about to wear the vinyl out on the first one.
Oh, and the Muse album you got me, Mom. That one's going too from Heavy Spins.
Oh, God, I saw one guy like 10 years ago, and I can never get this out of my head when I hear Muse. And he said that Muse makes music for people who like to say, "You, sir, have won the internet today."
Yeah, that's 100%. That is
all,
so
anytime I hear about Muse, that is all I can think of.
God, that's amazing. That's exactly what Muse is, for sure.
Mhm.
I knew one dude in college who we had a class together. We were like working on a project together, and one day it just came out how much he loved Muse, and it was all he could talk about. And he definitely said that, tweeted that every single day, probably. He's that kind of guy.
I will say, Knights of Sidonia. kind
Yeah,
of a
that
bang.
song rips.
That song's kind of a bang.
I actually just heard that in an ice cream shop the other day. I was at
I
Ben
mean,
and Jerry's
that
and they
was-
were playing, and I was like, man, this song's good.
Origin of Symmetry is a good album.
Mm-hmm.
I will go that far. The whole
I
album
think
is
they
really
really-
good.
I think their brand got hurt pretty bad by the. Well, I'm sure they're not mad about it. I think they are way more rich and famous because of being in the Twilight movie. But I think their brand as being cool at all got hurt pretty bad by being in the Twilight movie.
Yeah.
Because like by far their biggest song is from the Twilight soundtrack
Well-
when they're all playing baseball.
Oh shit! See, I never even knew that. I just hated them. I started hating them because their music got super fucking bad. Like after.
Oh, that song, Supermassive Black Hole, got really big because it was in Twilight.
Oh wow, that's crazy.
Yeah,
I just heard that shit on the
I-
radio fucking all the time. That they were like such
yeah,
a radio
because it was in
band, like,
Twilight.
Yeah.
It was that song, and fuck, what was the other one that was on the radio all the time? It was from a different album.
Something Station.
Was it? All right, I'm gonna look.
Panic Station?
That song. Is that Muse?
Yeah. You've arrived at
Uprising. They have a song
Uprising.
called Uprising
Yeah.
that had 804 million streams.
Uprising was the one I was thinking of.
What's the
And
one with
then,
Station?
Madness was big on the radio.
Oh yeah, Madness.
Supermassive Black Hole. Ooh, which I thought was made for Twilight, but I guess it wasn't. It was
No,
on
it's
an album.
on an album. Yeah,
That's the album I have
Um,
on vinyl that my mom got me.
really
Oh, Black Holes and Revelation.
decent album.
That's all
It
right.
has Knights of Sidonia on it. Oh, Madness. That was another one that was
Yeah,
big.
Madness
That was like
huge on the
that was-
radio.
they started getting real Imagine Dragons y. That
Yeah,
song
Madness
is.
is
I
Imagine
thought that
Dragons.
song was Imagine Dragons for so long.
It was like
and I-
their dubstep.
honestly, right
phase.
now I forgot. Yeah, they heard Imagine Dragons. They're like, we could do that pretty easy.
Yeah.
I feel like that
I don't
might
see
have even
anything
been
with
before Imagine
Station on
Dragons
it.
got
Colin.
big.
Madness. When did it came out? 2012,
Arrived
right around the
at
same time, I think.
Sun-
Yeah,
Station.
around the same time.
Radioactive was probably 2011. That might have been like right after Radioactive. Anyway, Are you guys? You want to say anything more about the YouTube EP? You kind of got on a tangent there. I don't know.
Shout out to the boys. They did it again.
Yeah,
Big
I
shouts
don't want to hate. I'm glad I didn't come in hating too hard. I didn't want to hate too hard on it because I do have a few. I'll listen to it some more, and I'm sure I'll like it.
Yeah, I'm sure it'll get better over time. They also
It's just once again, you got a late request by the Cadzo boys to hop on the pod. Couldn't properly.
full
Thank you for
transparency.
answering
I
the
did
call.
not ask you to be here. It was just Colin.
Well,
so.
in full transparency, Connor, I texted you Saturday saying we should do that this week.
Did you?
Yes,
Oh,
through the Sandman
when
chat.
what was I doing on Saturday?
I'll make sure it was actually Saturday.
Oh, I think I was
Um,
taking a nap.
They did the.
It was Friday.
yeah.
even
it
Well,
was-
I proposed. Oh,
You said also, guys,
oh.
I got new headphones. I think the mic is
I
better.
said that as a hint of like you guys want to have me on the pod soon.
Yeah, and that's why
And
I took the bait
then
and said, "You want to go on the pod
Friday.
this week?"
Hey, you texted. I can't believe you texted me at 9:11 and I still forgot.
Well, it was 10, 11
I didn't see that.
And that's
I didn't even catch
Okay.
catch that
Well,
one. So that's my
glad-
beer. Else I would have been listening.
glad to hear
To that.
you actually didn't see it because I was a little bit hurt that. And you also
that I
didn't
hadn't-
say anything. But Julian's the least texting back person I've ever fucking met.
Julian,
It is
we might
hard.
as well just be might as well just be me and you in there. Julian hates the boys.
Yeah,
I texted back eventually.
eventually, this fucking asshole. I do feel bad. If we can, I feel bad for shitting on my mom buying that Muse album for me. It is a pretty good album. That one,
yeah.
Black Holes and Revelations. That's some good stuff.
Yeah.
That's when they were still doing
Yeah.
some good stuff.
Apologize.
By the time she got it, I was just so over Muse that I couldn't give it its.
They were always very confused band, I feel like. In the early days, like they took so many influences from so many different things. They were like heavy sometimes, and other times they were like a Queen ripoff band.
Yeah.
They just really couldn't figure it out. But hey,
Hey, they really settled in their lane of being
mediocrity.
shitty and cringe.
Yeah. Settled in their lane of mediocrity.
Well, yeah. Shouts out to the band U2.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say the boys. They said they're putting out an album in like the fall. They confirmed an album
They
in the
confirmed
fall,
Oh,
and they
I
said
didn't
it's
see
gonna be
that.
a lot more just like. Well, I kind of regret to say this out loud, but they said it's gonna be a party album. So less
Ooh,
politically
okay.
charged, more just about having fun. So we'll see.
Cool
if
with that.
We'll see how that is, I guess.
Bono was like, you know what never got enough recognition when we tried to do the party stuff back in the day was get on your boots.
Yeah.
Let's really drill that into
Let's
the
try to
ground.
figure that one out.
that vibe.
You actually want to know something kind of weird? Will, the bassist for Cadzo, he was saying, because we were talking about the new EP, basically, I was talking about the new EP to him, because he doesn't know anything about U2. He doesn't like U2. But he was saying that the one song that he does know
Fuck that
by
guy.
U2 that he actually kind of likes is Get On Your Boots.
Nice.
So,
Well, if he likes that
probably-
song, he might really like you too. They have a lot of songs. They have a lot of songs that are way better than that.
He sounds like the biggest U2 fan of all time.
Yeah, I don't even like that song.
Yeah. That's so funny.
You guys want to hear about other stuff I've been listening to lately?
I do.
To start off 2026.
Yeah. Let's do it. Let's catch up.
Get Down Services. I've listened to a lot more of that Get Down Services
Sweet.
album. I think I would
Crumbs
retroactively
too?
put it on my top 10. Yeah, I'd call this an EP. It's only 20 minutes.
It's very short.
It's 8 songs.
It's short.
Yeah. It's really quite an album. It's just all over the place. There's like some Viagra Boy sounding stuff and then some real nice post-punk vibe, but very much doing their own thing too. I really like the Something French song that's just basically like a Daft Punk song.
Yeah.
That one song I sent you that was on Time Crisis has been on repeat. That San Francisco Bay song.
Yeah, the dude from War.
Yes.
Yeah.
I've been listening to just a lot of songs lately. My buddy Ryan Nugent sent me this song No Me Dejes by La Playa Sextet. This whole album The Sound of Puerto Rico by La Playa Sextet. It's came out in 1968, but it is pretty fire. Getting on my Puerto Rican shit was definitely listening to a lot of Bad Bunny too.
Yeah, around the Super Bowl.
But yeah, this album, No Me Dejes, just tell me you don't start moving your feet to that. New Baby Keem, shout out New Baby Keem album. I don't know if you guys been listening to that, but I think it's pretty fucking banging.
Yeah, I think that I mostly agree. There's like a couple songs where I'm like not super into it, but
yeah, I have the 4 that I've been going back to are Casino, House Money, Circus Circus, Sex Appeal. I do like Birds and Bees too, but yeah, that song's banging. He does a lot. He does most of his own production too, which is cool. You know the song "Num Num Juice" by Schoolboy Q,
yeah,
Julian?
Yeah, I fucking love that song.
That's a Baby Keem beat. Did you know Baby Keem did that beat?
I did, yeah. Which is crazy because he was like fucking 15 or 16. He was like so young.
I was 16. I was 15.
Jack in the Box, I'm gonna shoot. This is all that I got.
But once I didn't know that, and then once I heard that, I'm like, that makes total sense because that song is very Baby Keem coded.
It is, yeah.
And I went back and listened to it. I'm like, honestly, I kind of would like to hear Baby Keem on this beat a little bit. Speaking, I know you really like that Schoolboy Q album, Julian.
Blue Lips.
And the song, the song "Thank God for Me." Obviously,
Thank God.
Have you seen the trend where people keep putting that song on like new beats that come out, and it just works perfect on everything? Somebody put it on. Another thing I've listened to a lot is the new A$AP Rocky album. I thought was not great front to back, but had three or four It has 3 or 4 songs that I would consider like classic A$AP songs on it. So, like "Stop Stitching," that Sauce Walka verse. But yeah, somebody put "Thank God for Me" on the Helicopter beat, and then somebody put it on one of the Baby Keem beats too, and it like works so well on every beat. I'll have to send you some of them.
Yeah, find some.
I'll have to go find.
That's one of the better
new Rocky
songs.
Yeah, that's a great song. And then I've just been listening to some cool songs. Been getting into some random songs lately. "No Use in Crying" by the Rolling Stones off "Tattoo You." You guys know that one?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Great song.
I like "Tattoo You."
Been on repeat.
It's a great album. Yeah.
I should go get deeper into that because there's that song and "Heaven." They both have this guy Bob Clearmountain as a feature, who's like apparently a super legendary engineer guy. But "Heaven" on that album and "No Use in Crying" are both so good.
Mm-hmm.
So I should go deeper on that album. There's a Dead song I've been listening to a lot, "Help on the Way." Studio version. Yeah. "Help on the Way" / Slipknot. Dead has been a little stutter there, but Dead has been creeping into my algorithm. And I have been finding more and more times where I'm like, "Ooh, what's this song?" And it's Grateful Dead. And I'm kind of like, damn, I'm kind of mad that I like this.
I had a big Dead year last year, as you know. They were in the top 10.
I talk a lot of shit about them. It might be happening.
Yeah.
Pink Floyd, getting back into metal a little bit. Song "Fearless" by Pink Floyd. Forgot how much of a classic that song is. I also feel like when they made that song "Fearless," I think that they were listening to a little bit of Led Zeppelin 3. I don't usually hear a lot of Led Zeppelin and Pink Floyd, but that song is pretty Led Zeppelin 3. But that, arguably the best Led Zeppelin record.
I haven't listened to metal in a long time.
Dude, go listen to "Fearless" and tell me it wouldn't fit it. It's a fucking awesome song. Maybe one of my favorite Pink Floyd songs. But tell me it wouldn't fit on Led Zeppelin 3. Pink Floyd's just so good, dude. I always forget to like mention them in like my favorite all-time bands, but anytime I go back, they pass the test of me where I've said this before on the pod, but like for the bands that I consider my favorite band, it's really hard for me to pick a favorite album. Like a Steely Dan, I always seem to be changing my mind on what my favorite album is. And Pink Floyd definitely fits the bill on that, where like I'm listening to Animals sometimes and I'm like, man, Animals, best Pink Floyd album. And then you go listen to fucking Metal, and you're like, God, even Metal's really fucking good. And you listen to The Wall, you're like, God, this sounds incredible. And then even Dark Side of the Moon, you're like, this is the biggest album ever, but it's still so good.
Yeah. Well,
So,
like with the Dark Side
they're
of the
just-
Moon thing, it's like when Pink Floyd coming up in your favorite bands of all time, it feels almost silly to be like, yeah, I really like Pink Floyd. It's like,
I know,
yeah,
but like,
yeah.
they are one of those. Yeah, they're known. They were so big, but then there's so much to get into that, like,
That
like,
isn't
dude,
just
yeah,
Dark Side of the Moon. Yeah.
but like especially Metal. Nobody talks about Metal, and that one of those days on that album, the intro song on that album, is also insane. It's a way more experimental. There's not a lot of lyrics on that album,
Well,
but
yeah.
it's one of those that you could tell was the band was kind of shifting, and it definitely laid the groundwork for a lot of the super epic shit that they were about to start doing. I don't think this was the first David Gilmour album, but it was early. You know when Gilmour came on?
No, I don't know exactly when. Let me see if it.
It was definitely early in the Gilmour era, but yeah, this came out, and then there was Obscured by Clouds, and then they went Dark Side of the Moon, Wish You Were Here, Animals, The Wall. What a fucking run.
Yeah, it's such.
They did that from 73 to 79. Dark Side of the Moon, Wish You Were Here, Animals, The Wall, every 2 years. People just don't do that shit anymore, man.
That was like right around 1970.
It was
David Gilmour
73?
officially joined Pink Floyd in February of 1968 to replace
68.
Sid Barrett.
Okay. So you would have been in a couple before Metal. But
Yeah, I mean, I think it was basically just the first album he wasn't involved in then. Because that was the only
People just talk-
Sid Barrett, right? Or was Sid Barrett
Maybe.
in the second one too?
I thought there was more. People just talk so much about Sid Barrett, but
Mm-hmm.
most of their well-known stuff, the Sid Barrett stuff is not for me. It's
No, it's
very
not for-
60s.
yeah.
It's very like early Beatlesy type of. You ever heard the song "Bike"?
Yeah.
How
Yeah.
that goes. It's pretty not good.
Mm-hmm. Totally. But if you were there, man,
Anyway,
shit
If you
was
were
far
there,
out.
dude.
Pink Floyd tangent. Not much else I've been listening to. Ooh, Jimmy Eat World, early Jimmy Eat World. You guys ever check out that?
You sent that album. It didn't.
Yeah.
It didn't resonate with me. I'll be honest.
You didn't like it? Oh God, what?
Yeah.
You didn't feel it? You didn't?
I wasn't feeling it. I didn't hate it, but it just kind of sounded
That-
like pretty. It didn't stand out to me.
I thought that song "Thinking That's All" is pretty sick. Have you listened to Clarity, the second album?
No.
It's been a
Clarity's-
while.
Clarity is much more. They're getting into the vibe of the big album of Bleed American
Yeah.
on Clarity. Thinking That's All. My brother sent me that one. He's been reading the Mark Hoppus book,
Mhm.
and he said Mark Hoppus talks a lot about other influences, and he said, I guess Mark Hoppus said that Jimmy Eat World album was a big influence on early Blink-182, which the album is Static Prevails for anybody who wants to check it out.
I meant
And
to-
then
I meant to
another-
tell you this, Connor. You sent that, and I was playing it that night, and Julia walked in the room, and she was like, "What are you listening to?" I was like, "Oh, it's Jimmy Eat World's first album," and she literally said, "This is bad music,"
Dude, Julia.
and I was
is-
like, "You're never gonna believe who suggested it."
Did you tell her?
I did.
One of these days, I'm
She
going to
was-
send you something good.
Yeah. She was like, "Oh, well, Connor's gonna think I'm such a bitch." He's hating on his.
Well, if the shoe fits. No, I'm just kidding. I didn't mean that at all. I don't think Julia's a bitch. I do think that she. And it has like the three things. Now that's the third thing that she's called out. And it's hard to argue any of them. This album is, it's like a pretty raw 90s rock album.
Yeah.
And then the other one was Chinese rap, which fair is not for anyone.
Yeah,
And
Skies
the other
Are
one
God.
the other one was more your fault because you kept singing Jumper. It wasn't that
because Julia,
she didn't like Third Eye Blind.
She likes Third Eye Blind. She was just. She blamed you for me getting.
She
so
likes
into
Third Eye
it.
Blind. Damn it.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, who doesn't? In this house.
Yeah,
All right, one more tangent.
Uh-huh.
Because I thought this was really funny and you guys would appreciate it. I don't know if I've mentioned this on here before, but there's like a running joke with my brother and his band that I've been trying to get them to cover, because they're a cover band for people who don't know, 90s, 2000s alt rock. And I've been trying to get them to cover Possum Kingdom by Toadies for a long time. And they refuse to do it. And their main two qualms are, A, they don't think enough people are going to know the song, and B, that song's like 6 minutes long and it has like 4 intricate parts and like a bunch of complicated rhythms, and it's not an easy song to learn. So they don't want to learn it and have it bomb. But then, so I keep telling them to do it and they won't do it. And then they just learned, the most recent one they learned was Zombie by Cranberries, which has been going super great.
Yeah.
But I was getting in an argument with him. I was like, you guys should play Zombie, but you can't play Possum Kingdom. I'm like, those are like the same popularity level. Like, and he was like, they are not the same. So yeah, you get where I was coming from. He's like, so. I was like, no, I'm like the same amount of people. I'm like people love Zombie because it comes on and they're like, oh, deep cut Zombie. And I'm like, Possum Kingdom be the same thing. And I told him, I'm like, I'll bet you that they're like really close on Spotify streams. And he was like, okay, I'll take that bet. And Possum Kingdom has, we looked it up. Possum Kingdom has 121 million streams on
Zombie
Spotify.
has way more than that.
Zombie ended up having like 1.8 billion streams.
Yeah,
so
Zombie's
I was like,
pretty anthemic.
I lost 1.7 billion. So I lost that argument pretty right out, I would say.
Well,
was it good?
Anecdotally,
tough blow for Possum Kingdom.
Last week, I was at this kind of trendy bar in Rhino in Denver, the River North Arts District. Pretty basic, trendy bar, pretty basic crowd. And
you gonna name drop it?
Possum, yeah, I'll name drop it. It's
Federales?
No, it's Walnut Room. Thin Man's great.
I've been there.
Walnut Room.
Thin Man is great
on Walnut Street. But Possum Kingdom came on in a packed restaurant, and it did very well in the room.
Dude, I mean, the people who know it love it.
Yeah.
I sang in a karaoke once, and there wasn't a huge crowd, but it was like, I'd say there's probably 20 people there, kind of a weird bar. So I was like, let's do Possum Kingdom. And maybe like 4 or 5 people really recognized it, but they were into it for sure.
Hell yeah.
And also, that's kind of a tough karaoke song. It was one that I didn't really realize what I was getting into.
yeah, it's a lot to bite off. Karaoke.
Do you wanna die? But of course, I can't actually hit that note, so it didn't go great, but it was fun. It was fun. Great song. Shout out Toadies, as always. Everybody go run up those streams on Possum
let's
Kingdom
try
so
to
we can convince my brother's band
get him to 1 billion.
cover it.
If we've ever needed a podcadzo bump, we need it here
It's
for
now.
Toadies. Yeah, we got a lot of catching up to do.
If every single one of your listeners goes and listens to Possum Kingdom 10 times, then we could increase the streams by 100, maybe even 150.
Yeah. So we'll have to listen at least 100,000 times, everybody.
If everybody here listens 1 million times,
yeah, we'll be in good shape.
Yeah. We'll get it there.
Have you listened to the new Gorillaz album?
No, I haven't. I'm not gonna lie. I'm kind of. I feel like I've been out on new Gorillaz albums for a while.
I kind of
since maybe. Like, has there been one post Plastic Beach that's like really essential?
I think the Now is really good.
I'm a Julian.
Okay.
The Now is big, and I actually really like Song Machine.
I did like Song Machine also,
but
I still would love to go see them really bad.
This feels like the most important album they've done since Demon Days. Go that far.
Ooh, you think Demon Days is more important than Plastic Beach?
Yeah, I prefer Demon Days way more than Plastic Beach.
I love Plastic Beach.
I love Plastic Beach too, but I think Demon Days is the essential one.
I think it feels more like connected to Plastic Beach. Like it kind of, in my opinion, it feels like the universe picks up where it left off on Plastic Beach, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, I can see it.
Okay, I'll give it a spin.
But Julian and I were just talking about this before. I'm kind of with you, Connor, and I was looking for a reason to not like that album when I was first listening through it.
Mm-hmm.
I was trying to hate on it, but it won me over. And then they did this super cool short film. Did you see the short film yet? Kind of like in the style of like 60s Disney Jungle Book animation. It's just beautifully animated, and it's like conceptual with the opening 3 songs on the album.
I will say it's got over an hour runtime, which is generally a pretty good way to make me not listen to your album.
Yeah.
It has like it has one of the better opening tracks that I've heard in a while.
Okay.
As far
You
as
hook
like
me with a good opening, then
conceptual opening track.
Damon Albarn's in his India bag for this, so be prepared for that.
I could kind of vibe that from the cover.
Yeah.
For sure. But
that's good stuff. Julian, anything else new you've been fucking with?
Not particularly. Haven't really been haven't been listening to too much music lately. The new American Football single I thought was interesting.
I actually didn't hear that.
I think it's decent. I do like the.
I never listened to the old American Football.
That's fair.
But
there's a new Foo Fighters
Baby
song
King.
that's fucking horrible.
Ooh, get on it, Colin. Well, Colin,
I actually have the 7-inch at home.
Yeah, me too.
Oh, there's new All Them Witches single that I really like. That's pretty much it, though.
I've been listening to a lot of music. Connor, have you heard of Fuckers?
Yeah. Of Fuckers?
Fuckers. Fuckers.
No.
What the Dare promised to us and didn't fulfill upon, and what people tried to put on the Dare, I think Fuckers is living up to.
Okay.
They are the next great kind of UK
Dance,
Euro
indie.
dance indie inspired New York group. I saw them. They opened up for Justice, so they have the Justice sign off. When I saw them at Red Rocks, and I loved their, I loved their set at Red Rocks. And
you know who opened for Justice at the Santa Barbara Bowl?
Who?
The Dare.
I guess. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so I guess that loses its validity.
I didn't go to that show, but my friend went, and he sent me a video of the Dare, and there was like opening acts at the Santa Barbara Bowl always suck because it's always like light out, and it's a bunch of boomers who don't actually care about who's playing, and so nobody shows up early. So it's always kind of a sad look. So I can't totally hold it against him. But he sent me a video of the Dare opening, and it was like 10% full, and it was like still light out, and it made me smile because it was not a lit set for the Dare.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuckers killed it opening for Justice at Red Rocks, which I feel like can also be kind of a tough place to open at. I feel like crowds are generally pretty giving, though, to the opener, even if it's not great. But
yeah.
Regardless, these guys crushed it. And they are about to drop a new album. And I've been digging what they've released so far. I don't think Julian will like it. I think you'll like it, though, Connor.
I thought you
Speaking
just
of
told
Julian,
me
I think
I asked if you listened to it, and I'm going to make you listen to it regardless, but I don't think you're going to be crazy about it.
I think Julian would like this Jimmy Eat World album.
I don't really. I've listened to it before.
Oh, you listened to it too? Well,
I've listened to it before, like a long time ago.
The Static Prevails or Clarity?
Both. I was like, because they were definitely also like a big radio band. Kind of, I guess.
Well, their
like
third
a 2-hit wonder, but
Bleed American's fucking a classic in my opinion.
Bleed American is good. It's not great. I don't think any of their stuff is great, to be honest.
You don't think Bleed American is great? Oh my god!
I think Bleed American is a great album.
Get out of my face! I do too. I think that there's some bangers on that album.
Get on my face on this Teams call, which we scheduled.
Sorry, bruh. I'll try to be more respectful next time.
Be nicer to Jimmy Eat World next time. They're pop punk icons. And
Next
they
time,
influenced
come correct
Blink-182.
I
in
just
regards
think
to Jimmy Eat
I've
World.
realized more lately that I just don't really like pop punk at all.
That's not very pop punk rock of you.
It's not,
Mm-mm.
and I'm okay with that. I think that it's actually a pretty brave stance for me to take. Brave thing to say out loud.
It would have been brave
Yeah.
like a year ago when pop punk.
I feel like it's still
Wonder-
in.
yeah,
I think
it
it's
is.
still in. It's not
as
in,
brave.
but
Not as brave as actually trying to call a band a pop punk band on the internet, because I don't know if I've ever seen somebody call a band pop punk and then seen somebody not argue with them about whether they're
Yeah.
pop punk or not.
Yeah, that's
I feel like
definitely.
that's a highly argued about genre of where nobody even knows what it is.
True.
But I would say that Jimmy Eat World album is pop punk.
Yeah. They paved
Right?
the way. I think so, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
They did.
Yeah,
they're
they
not
literally
way
influenced
pavers.
Blink-182.
Well, they were there.
They were
They
there.
were there,
The
man.
guy, Mark Hoppus of Blink-182, which is like the pop punk band, literally wrote in his book that they were heavily influenced by
There
that
you go.
Jimmy Eat World
Yeah,
album.
there you
So I don't know how you can say they weren't way pavers.
Wave
They
pavers.
paved ways. Julian.
I thought you hated Blink-182.
I don't hate Blink-182. I don't love Blink-182, but they are like
You have to
the
give
pop
it up to
punk
them,
band,
as-
right?
yeah.
So,
So
quintessential
they
pop
paved
Jimmy Eat
the
World
way.
influenced
Jimmy
them.
Eat World paved the way for something worse. Oh,
it's one. That'd be one way to put
I
it.
finally did it. I finally shut him up.
Oh, so you invited me on your
I'm not-
podcast?
I
man.
did not. I want to make that clear.
I'm not like a part of this, man. I'm just gonna let you guys figure this out.
This is an episode of Crossfire with Julian and Connor.
I'm gonna send this one out.
10 minutes at the end of every Cadzo appearance to duke it out with Julian.
Time for the airing of grievances from whatever's happened yet far in the podcast.
Grievances I didn't even know existed
Yeah.
until now. It's just every episode, Julian finds a way to shit on a band that I love deeply.
You find a way to bring up a
love
band
you.
that I don't care about, so that's equally as annoying.
That's probably
You were really
fair.
poking the bear on this one. You were
Really
like-
harping.
have you heard that one, Jordan? Have you heard that album by Bleak or by Jimmy World?
Can we
You like
just go back to this Jimmy Eat World album real quick?
I don't think Julian said what he thought of it.
Well,
earlier.
He didn't manage to get his opinion in there.
Yeah.
No.
My brother did not. My brother sent me that, so I will blame him, and I am going to send him this. Make sure he listens to this episode, so
Great.
that he can hear what he's cost me. I might never be asked back. Yeah,
Nah, we've
well, I'll
overcome.
try to come with better recommendations next time,
We've
guys.
overcome worse.
Sorry.
No, it's all right, brother. I appreciate the recommendation, even though it wasn't my favorite. It was good to listen
It's
to.
just nice to know you're
Good to
thinking
check
about
out.
us.
Yeah, we like hearing from you.
Yeah, I do think about
That's
you
all.
guys, but I just might think twice before sending you guys stuff, because if I think you're going to bring it up on the podcast and shit all over me about
I
it.
think you're the one that brought it up on the podcast.
Colin brought it up.
I did not.
Or
You
maybe I
brought it
brought
up.
it up.
Why would I bring up Jimmy Eat World?
That's fair. Hey, you should name this episode Days of Ass.
Got him.
Got him.
Okay.
All right. Well, we'll sign off there.
Good up, guys.
Really good.
Solid
ep.
up.
Great ep.
Could we squeeze any
right, Kit.
other mini eps in before we sign off?
Just
You
an
guys wa-
episode of Get Up.
Yeah, we should do a Pink Floyd app.
Okay, that'd be great. Actually, let's do Pink Floyd up.
More just because I'm really want to go on another Pink Floyd.
I
deep
really
dive.
don't know that much about Pink Floyd.
I'm excited to listen to metal again. I added it to my library. I listened to it on the way home.
Julian, I don't. But like, have you don't know much about them as a band, or you haven't listened to gone deep on them musically?
Oh no, I've listened to them a little bit.
Here comes a text from Sam in a week saying
You
haven't
don't
listened to
know
Pink
anything
Floyd.
about Pink Floyd, you fucking liar.
Julian's dad.
I'm disappointed in
dude,
you.
Pink Floyd, for a very, very famous band, it is extremely rewarding to go deep on Pink Floyd. They really do have so much good shit.
Yeah.
It's maybe we should do an up on them just so you go deep on them.
Oh, I love going deep. I'm not afraid to go deep.
It'd be kind of cool
Deep in the pink.
to do an episode just up until Dark Side of the Moon. Because I
I'll
don't really
go
want
deep
to talk
on
about
Pink.
Dark Side
We
of the
don't
Moon.
have. Well, or we could skip Dark Side of the Moon because I would love to talk about animals.
Okay, yeah, let's skip Dark
I don't know if we
Side,
need to
Wish
talk
You
about
Were
the-
Here, and The Wall. And we'll just,
I've listened to
Animals.
Animals the most.
Yeah, animals is my
believe that.
And
favorite.
I think
you.
it's probably good. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
probably the good one that I would like to talk about the most.
Yeah, that's an incredible album. Pigs on the Wing.
mm-hmm.
So good.
Let's do a
Uh,
Primus
which-
episode.
Part 1 or Part 2?
Do you guys like Primus?
I'm not doing a Primus episode with you. You can do a Primus episode on your own.
Well, thank you for that permission for us to do.
Yeah.
I promise.
Don't invite me to do a Primus episode because I haven't gone deep on them and I have no desire to.
Fair enough.
Good.
I'll do Promise. I don't know Promise as well as you do, but I like Promise.
One
Oh, see, he knows Primus.
of those. I mean, yeah, I know the most famous Primus song.
Which is?
I don't think I know, which is that one. My name is Mud.
Oh, okay.
See, I
My
just did
name
that,
is
and it could have been any. It could have been me doing that bass sound. Could have been any Primus.
That's what I
song.
said. Oh, he knows Promise because that's every Promise song.
Yeah, that's why I laughed.
That song in the South Park song.
Yeah, that's probably their most famous song. It's the South Park song. Okay, well, we have some good episodes in the future, so that was productive. I guess that was an episode of planning.
Planning for the future.
Yeah.
Good ep.
Yeah.
And
If anything came out of this episode, it's what we're gonna do the next time.
yeah,
Just try to give me more than an 8-hour heads up when we do the Pink Floyd.
most definitely. Yeah. And again,
Yeah,
we
even though-
take full responsibility for you not seeing my text on Friday with this one.
Yep, that's our bad.
Good.
Sorry.
Well, at least you guys own it.
Yep. Extreme ownership. That's what we're about here at Podcadzo. And we hope you all have a beautiful night. Connor, thank you. And we'll see you on the next one.
Until next time.
Thanks, guys. Free Palestine.
It's podcadzo.